Hey everyone, it's Ryder from Skip. It's Friday, November 5th. Got a great update for you today. It's about the economy and 3 new grant opportunities. Grants for 5K, 10K, and 50K. I'm going to pack a lot into this update today before you go enjoy your weekend. Thanks for tuning in and subscribing, turning on alerts. 2 reasons to hit subscribe today. Number 1, I'll be doing more grants this Sunday. You know, I try to do videos every single day of the week. Well, this Sunday, I'll be picking more grants to go through. Secondly, if you hit subscribe today, you can say you were part of the first 100,000 subscribers to Skip. A big milestone in case you care about those types of things. And if you appreciate this research myself and our team has done, give this video a like so others see it. I'm going to start with the big news. October jobs report came out today. Strong rebound as U.S. economy adds over 500,000 jobs, 531,000 jobs. The jobless rate fell to 4.6% as labor market bounces back from the summer lull. The Labor Department released the report today. This is the biggest gain in jobs in 3 months. Restaurants, consulting firms, and factories all boosted hiring, suggesting broad strength across the economy. Nationwide job growth was also stronger in August and September than previously reported. As a result of the report, stocks marched even higher. You know, they continue to be on a tear. All 3 major indices are on course to post weekly gains in the stock market. You know, the jobs report lines up with what Fed Chair Jerome Powell has said is necessary to determine when the central bank raises interest rates. You know, there's a combination of factors happening here. The Fed is going to start tapering this month their bond purchases that will phase out next summer. They're also looking at employment as well to help them decide if and when they raise interest rates. So even though the Fed agreed to start tapering those bond purchases this month, today's job report strengthens that position and justifies the decision they've made. A bunch of hot stocks are up. Airbnb released its Q3 earnings report, which showed record revenue, so shares of Airbnb jumped. On the flip side, Peloton slumped 35%, citing a slowdown in subscriber growth. People aren't in a rush to buy all those Pelotons as external activities grow again. Here's a graphic from the New York Times showing that job growth still down 4.2 million jobs since February 2020, but you can see the upward trajectory continues. By comparison, in September there were 312,000 new jobs added, so over 200,000 new jobs last month. Okay, I'm going to talk about the 3 grants here in 30 seconds, but briefly, House leaders pressed Democrats to back budget and infrastructure bills today. There was no vote yesterday. Surprise, surprise. I don't think anyone's surprised that there wasn't a vote, even though Pelosi was pushing for a vote yesterday on not only the budget reconciliation, but also the infrastructure bill. They're still talking today, trying to work out some of those disagreements. Representative Jim McGovern of Massachusetts, who's the chairman of the Rules Committee, said this today, quote, "It may take a little while to work through the little hiccups here." And yet again, Biden calls on House Democrats to proceed with the vote today. He said the same thing last Thursday or Friday before he went to Europe. The main point there is negotiations are still happening, so nothing substantial to report there. So we've listed new grants on our app and website. I'm going to start with the 5K grants for all businesses through Hello Alice. Then I'll talk about the 10K grants from FedEx. Then the 50K grants from Famous Amos. So for the Hello Alice grants, you first have to create an account and then answer a few questions. For example, where are you in your business journey right now? How would you classify your business? And a few other questions as well. Then you'll see the application. It's called the 2022 Small Business Growth Fund, Round 1. Here's what's happening. Hello Alice is awarding 50 small business owners with $5,000 grants to help them make their next big move in 2022. To be eligible, a business must have less than $1 million in annual revenue. So similar to the grant I talked about earlier this week from LegalZoom, a commitment to diversity and community, and a clear plan to use the grant funds. Applications for Round 1 are now open through December 10th, 2021 at 6 p.m. Eastern. They have eligibility criteria here. They go over who the ideal candidate is, so I'll read it for you. You are a true small business owner with passion and drive. You know exactly who you are, who you reach and serve, and the impact you have on this world. You are a champion of diversity and inclusion. You know exactly what you would do with the 5K, and you know that you deserve it. So there's a few screening questions here. It's a lot of questions about diversity. Then they ask about your business, the type of business you have, how you're structured when you were founded, your 9-digit EIN, your business's website, and social media handles. Then we get into the questions where you actually have to think a little bit, starting at question 27. How would you describe your business? What are the products and or services you offer? Max 150 words. Put in your number of employees, your annual gross revenue, what your expected gross annual revenue is for 2021. Then we're on question 31 here. Let's learn more about your challenges as a small business owner and how we can help you. Have you been turned down for a business loan in the past 5 years? Have you pivoted your business and adapted to the impacts of COVID-19? Select all that apply. What is your top business goal in the next 5 years? How would you articulate your current business outlook? What are the biggest obstacles or challenge that your business will face in 2022? Please elaborate on that biggest obstacle. Have you received support or resources from other business support organizations? If you have received other support or resources, which organizations have you worked with? Which of the following do you plan to use this grant primarily for? And you can select if it's general operating expenses, developing a new product or service, hiring new employees, payroll, marketing or advertising. And then they want you to elaborate on how you will use the grant funding. Be as specific as possible. In addition to funding, which of these resources would be most helpful to your business? One-on-one coaching with business experts, group mentorship, help finding suppliers and vendors, software products. They go over a few more questions there. How do you make a positive impact on the community through your core business? Select all that apply. Does your company do anything more for the community? Select all that apply. Does your business engage in sustainability practices? Select all that apply. So we're on question 45 here, and they're calling this the most important part. If I had to guess, we're probably 15 minutes into this form if you're going through this on your own. 45, tell us more about what you do. Why did you become a small business owner? What is the origin story of your business? Please be as specific as possible. Max 250 words. How does your business connect with, support its community? So they're asking about your origin story, how you support your community. We want to hear what makes you proud of your business. What's your biggest accomplishment to date? If you are a new majority owner, what does being a part of the new majority mean to you? 49, if you do not identify as a new majority owner, how do you and your business support new majority owners? Then they do the final clicks here to declare that you don't have any conflict of interest, that you agree to the terms and conditions and privacy policy. So, like I said, this is round one. They're awarding 50 small business owners with $5,000 grants. The first round is now open through December 10th, so you have about a month left to apply. Good news and bad news here. The bad news is it's a bit long of a form. Many of you may be frustrated that there's 50 plus questions. A lot of stuff you'll have questions about. It'll take you at least an hour to do this well. Of course, the more time you spend, the stronger your application usually is. That's also the good news. You may have better odds because it's a bit more involved, so they're asking for more information, as opposed to forms where there's only 5 things. When it's simple forms, you may be competing with tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of folks. It's a bit more involved, so it's going to weed out some of the folks who don't want to go after this. And if you want a second set of eyes with these questions, if you've drafted things, of course, get in touch with us, our team. You can book a one-on-one call with us. I'll leave the link right at the top of the description to get one-on-one call, followed by the link to Hello Alice. And the second grant today is the $10,000 grants from FedEx. There will be 3 $10,000 winners and 10 $5,000 winners. They're calling it a sweepstakes, so I don't know how they're going to evaluate things, if it's going to be random. It's a fairly straightforward form. You need to put in your FedEx shipping account number if you have one. So again, for all of these, they're trying to get business. They're trying to promote their business as well. I mean, we've done the same thing in our giveaways. So put in your FedEx shipping account number, company name, your information, how you heard about them, agreed to a few things, and that's it. That's basically a lead form there. So compare that to Hello Alice. I'm sure the odds in the FedEx case are much lower for you to win something, but it may take 3 minutes to fill out versus Hello Alice, which will be an hour or more to fill out that form well. Because the video is getting long, I will do the third grant I was going to talk about tomorrow, and that one is a $50,000 grant. So hit subscribe so you get alerted when I talk about that grant tomorrow. Finally, for other funding, of course, if you need EIDL help, we're here for you. We have spots Monday and Tuesday, but also we have great funding partners. Many of you have already used Bluevine. With Bluevines, you can get lines of credit up to $250,000 at interest rates starting at 4.8%. You only pay interest on what you borrow. That's the good news, as opposed to EIDL loans. As soon as you take that money, that interest starts accruing. With Bluevine, you may get approved for a certain amount, up to $250K, but you only get interest when you draw on that. You need to have been operating for at least 6 months, have a FICO score of 600 or higher, and have 10K of monthly revenue or higher. I'll leave the link to Bluevine in the description as well. Hope you enjoyed the quick update today. Hope you have a great weekend ahead. I'd love to hear what you're up to. I'm still doing my coffee today with the Dog Dad mug. I'll be doing some adventures with Isla, my pup, this weekend. Would love to hear what you're up to. Most importantly, stay well, stay healthy, and I'll see you tomorrow.